Don't stress about what others think of you because everyone is mostly focused on themselves. Being truthful might not make you popular with many friends, but it will always lead you to the right ones. Every moment you compare your life to someone else's is a moment you waste. Avoid getting too emotionally attached to anyone because people change, and even your closest friends can become strangers. Someday, learn to find contentment and happiness on your own. If you rely on others for happiness, it can make you vulnerable. Share your achievements, not just your plans, and you'll stay motivated. Don't fear being alone. It's much better to be by yourself than to be with unpleasant people. Those who demand the most from you often contribute the least. You handle your duties seriously, but you might not prioritize your own well-being. Fear isn't meant to prevent you from taking action. It's a sign that you're interested and concerned. Avoid making long-term decisions based on temporary feelings. If you idealize her too much, she's left with no option but to view you from a higher position. People offer advice based on their own point of view. You don't have to say everything you think. Avoid doing things that would make you lie later. Light travels faster than sound, so some people seem smart until they start talking. Don't search for happiness outside. It's already within you. You don't owe anything to your younger self, but you owe everything to your present self. Taking care of yourself means recognizing that you are your own greatest asset. Your parents were right many times, even if they aren't academically qualified. Stop disrespecting them when they give advice. Act like you value their experience. Before overthinking ruins things, it messes up the situation, twists facts, and makes you worry about useless questions. It makes everything seem worse than it really is. Don't worry. Things will get better eventually. If they're not better, then it's not the end yet. You can't make other people change, and it's not polite to force them. Remember, the answer will always be no if you don't ask. Remember, there are two ways to do things, the right way and the wrong way. And as they say, if at first you don't succeed, try again. Also, don't expect others to treat you with more respect than you treat yourself. Respect starts from within. I might not know how to guarantee success, but I do know how to fail. By trying to please everyone, it's just not possible. As they say, the secret to success is to know that you can't please everyone. It's important to remember that hope alone won't solve problems. Hope is not a strategy. And when it comes to trust, it's something that's earned, not just freely given. Never trust anybody. Trust is earned, not given from the start. You're never too old to remove negative people from your life. Sometimes, it takes a while to understand just how unhappy you really are. But it takes even longer to realize that you don't have to stay that way. A wise man can learn more from his enemies than a fool from his friends. Life offers many opportunities to make mistakes, but it also gives us just as many chances to make things right. When people treat you badly, it says more about them than it does about you. Remember, it's their reflection, not yours. And those who say you can't or won't usually say it because they're afraid that you will succeed. Be careful not to always be available for everyone. Otherwise, you might lose your importance. Just because things get tough doesn't mean you should give up. Bad times can sometimes make you appreciate the good things you overlooked. The more you understand yourself and what you want, the less you'll let things bother you. Trying to please everyone usually means you end up pleasing no one. But if you set your mind to it, you can achieve anything. Stop striving to be happy all the time. It's not realistic, and that's okay. And when you solve a problem, you'll be amazed by how simple it seems afterward. When you're trying to break a habit, don't tell yourself, "This is the last time I'm doing it." Instead, say, "This is the first time I'm not doing it." This mindset shift can help you focus on your progress and moving forward positively. Exactly. Instead of saying, "This is the last time I'm doing it," tell yourself, "This is the first time I'm not doing it." And remember, not everyone will like you, and that's okay. Don't stress about pleasing everyone. Your past doesn't determine your future. Even if you've made all the right choices, sometimes things can fall apart. But you have to gather the pieces and keep moving forward. Always remember not to be overly kind that you forget to be smart, and not to be overly smart that you forget to be kind. Nothing in life is worth the cost of worrying. You stop explaining yourself when you understand that people only see things from their own perspective. And someday isn't even a real day for some. It's just something they say every day. Don't hold on to your mistakes just because you spent a lot of time on them. And cherish the time you have with the people you care about, as it could end unexpectedly. Live in reality as it is, not as you wish it to be. Expecting fairness from the world just because you're fair is like expecting a lion not to eat you because you didn't eat it. Don't obsess over perfection or control because you can't control everything, and perfection doesn't exist. No matter how good you are, someone will always see you in a negative light. Waiting for change without taking any action is like waiting for a train at a bus stop. It's not going to happen. Don't doubt yourself. That's what haters are for. To truly live life, you need challenges. If you always get what you want instantly, then what's the purpose of living? Challenges and struggles give meaning to our lives and make our achievements more valuable. Don't let criticism from someone you wouldn't seek advice from affect you. Reflection and learning bring power. Without them, you're powerless. At some point, you'll realize that no one else has a say in your life unless you allow them to. The cave you fear to enter holds the treasure you seek. When seeking, speak only as much as you wish to say. And when doing, do no less than what you wish to have done. Mistakes don't define your character. It's your reaction to them that does. Without even trying, train your mind to see the good in every situation and focus on the best side of every event. Stop expecting others to always agree with you. While ability can take you to the top, it takes character to keep you there. In life, everything can be taken from a person except for one thing, the last of human freedoms, the ability to choose one's attitude in any given situation, to choose one's own way. Be open to changing your ideas about who you want to be. This feedback loop is crucial as you gain life experience. Chasing after someone doesn't give you value or build it within you. You earn your value by pursuing morality and practicing dignity. Don't do anything that you feel you'd have to lie about later. If fear, anger, or pride drive you, nature will compel you to compete. But if you're guided by courage, awareness, tranquility, and peace, nature will support you. Doing what's right for yourself might upset some people, but it's essential. Thinking too much about the future can be a delusion. And remember, whatever is troubling you now won't last forever. Things change over time, and tough times will pass. If you need more than one hand to count your best friends, you might not be the greatest best friend yourself.